The third and final week of the preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the Commanders and the Texans on Thursday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. But tonight we've got a preseason matchup as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Houston Texans. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you, and now we sit, CD, at week 3 of the preseason, and this is the one that the coaches probably think is pretty valuable, right?
Certainly. This is the dress rehearsal. This is the one where your starters are going to play. You might even game plan a little bit more than you do with a normal preseason game, and then you've got to decide, do you bring them back after halftime and get them going again in the third quarter so they're ready to go when the regular season begins? I'm eager to see how these coaches will handle it.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And it's a fumble. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 41-yard line.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. The ball away, and it falls incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
Every quarterback in the NFL has a little bit of his own signature style out there, but for this guy, he really plays the game in a different way. It's led to a couple double takes from us up here as we see him as something truly unique. It's not that he's just the strongest passer or the best athlete to ever play the position. He just has a certain way of seeing the action, and it allows him to make some special plays out there.
A big pickup of 38. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? And they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Some of them would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
Back to throw now on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And between the last two plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Now back to throw. Now he's forced out left. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
He'll try again, but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the left.
Touchdown, Washington.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Commanders put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Point after here coming up.
It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game.
And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around.
And once again, the Commander defense stout against the run game. They drop him for his 2nd straight play.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? He'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This is taken at about the 14.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2.
They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
2nd and 6.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Back to throw here.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 1st down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
The Texans offense set to regain possession.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be taken down at the 18. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. Washington on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
And he will get the 1st down as he's up to the 20-yard line.
The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
They'll set up to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he is going to have the Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. Pulled in at the 24. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Taking it right down Broadway.
Now he's free at the 35. He may go.
Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. 69 yards.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets them the first.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 15.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
From the 46, here's 2nd and a couple. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Now we got whistles before the snap. Looked like one of the Commanders jumped.
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They'll drop to throw.
All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. He'll look to throw.
The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
On play action, they'll throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Now a 2nd and 2.
They'll set up a throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the 1st time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the 1st half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. And now out comes Houston.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the 1st half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. They'll look to throw again.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 45-yard line.
Back to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 19 yards that time for number 19.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
They're going to look to throw.
And he is caught. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They'll try to run this one in. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Texans are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Week 3 of the preseason is here. Everyone wrapping up their exhibition schedule. No games for the league on Labor Day weekend. And then it all begins. The 17-game regular season gets underway on the Thursday after Labor Day with the NFL kickoff game.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, It's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
The false start hurts them there a bit. Backs them up to 2nd and 9. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And this thing gets blown up well behind the line of scrimmage, but the marker is down on the field. Who's this against? Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards again.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. Washington going to send out their punter.
Standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. Here's the Texans offense now readying for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Taken in at the 11.
The Commanders' offense set to take over.
And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
Let's see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
3rd down and 1.
They'll look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
Now a toss here, short side. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McKenzie. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 44-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. It's a gain of 3, and it sets him up with 2nd and just 2 yards to go. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this 3rd quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the 2nd half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the 3rd quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 36. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and a yard.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
53 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Washington offense set to take over. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Now a play fake here on first down.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Hands it off out of the gun.
He's able to work 3 for about 6 down to the 18.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on third down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
They'll send a tight end in motion right. Here we go on fourth down. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down. Nifty move. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. Ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Commanders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. This is fielded at the 27. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
On 2nd down now, it's Gardner, and very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after him.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Porter. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. To throw on second down. Porter. And complete. Right side to Cook. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10. Porter. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Off play action. Porter.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
2nd and 14.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gardner. He'll get it to the 23-yard line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
8 yards there and a 1st down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Complete here to the right to Bolden. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9.
Off the play fake. Curtis. Throw left side complete. That's McKenzie. Touchdown! A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Commanders add 6 to their lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bullying his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Point after, up and good. And the lead is now 24. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
From the gun on 3rd down. Porter got his man complete over the middle. It's Beck. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Throwing on 1st down. Porter. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. this throw is going to be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was the big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now.
Here's 2nd and 7. Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gardner. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Up the middle they go. Gardner. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
On 4th down, Curtis. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And this Texans defense stands tall. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Porter. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. On 1st down, Porter. A quick throw, but incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. But at this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
The Washington offense back out there. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gardner, and he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now a handoff up the middle.
Gardner, and he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Back to throw. Curtis.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Texans back out there and ready to go.
They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. They'll look to throw again. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
One last shot at the end zone. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Well, an interesting finish to this one. They get in the end zone at the end of the game. Then they went for 2. It wouldn't have mattered. The game was over, but they didn't get that 2-point conversion.
I think trying to get the 2 points, that was for pride for them. But obviously the guys on the other side of the ball had some pride too. They stopped the 2-point play, even though, as you noted, it did not matter. So both teams battled to the end.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Houston, good night, everybody.